if we take in the early access period into consideration, it's been almost 3 weeks since WWE 2K24 has come out. And fellas, how do you feel? How do you feel? Because I feel that it's crazy to me. This year especially, 2K24 has died quicker than any other 2K game. Like even 2K20 had more content going around it. I mean, I guess when I think about it, people are making content with WWE 2K24, but like I've noticed, again, this just might be me the way I feel, but the views this year, they're just not there. And the reason I say this is not because like, oh, I want to get views or nothing like that. I'm just pointing this out because if the views are low, that means you guys are not interested in the game either, right? And one of the things that made me think like this is when I looked at Chris Danger's video, like 23, minutes of a video, heavily edited, very well produced. This is his first My Rise video. By the way, naming this My Rise is the worst idea ever because I unironically searched this as WWE 2K24 My Career. I still call it My Career. Everybody calls it My Career. NBA 2K has a popular mode called My Career. It's such an easier name. I will never ever get used to My Rise, and I'm pretty sure like it killed their SEO on YouTube as well. But yeah, 220,000 views. Obviously, it's more than perhaps any of my videos will ever get, but it is like low for a brand new WWE game. It is low for Chris Danger, who has done other like 8 years ago, 2K16. I would argue that in many cases, 2K16 is like a much worse game than WWE 2K24, especially when it comes to the gameplay. I remember how slow this was. But look at the views, 3 million. Again, 2.5 million, 2K17. And my point exactly, even 2K20 had more views, almost 2 million. Let me get the camera down so you guys can see. You see it right there? You see it right there? I'll also watch this video of Chris Danger. I think it's really funny. But yeah, that has got me thinking like, what the hell is going on with 2K24 specifically? Because when you look at the WWE, they're making $5 billion deals with Netflix. Their business is up and up and up and up. They're earning more money. The Rock is back. I would assume we have more ratings, going on, more people watching, more eyes on the product than it has ever had in a long while. And yet for some reason the games are not doing so well on your guys' scale. I mean, I don't think any of you hate the game either. Like, there are definite problems with this game, 100%, no denying that. But when you look at the 2K releases from the past few years, like this game gave us a lot of the things that we wanted, like 4 new match types, one being special referee and then gauntlet match. Like that's an awesome match type. They really brought them back in the best way that they could have possibly brought it back. Maybe besides special referee, they could have given us 2-on-2 special referee matches, Hell in a Cell stuff, like more crazy variations in the special referee match type itself. But I would say My Rise, like the story this year for the male, I haven't played the female one. I don't know if I will, to be honest with you. But the male one was great. Like we actually had a competent character that was kind of cool, that was doing cool stuff. And we got to be a part of that. Again, this year's storyline is definitely 10 times better than the 2K20, and yet nobody's watching. And so this led me to ask the question, why? Why is nobody watching this game? Is it just uninteresting? To me, the answer is yes. Now I will speak from my experience, but when you look at the WWE 2K24 showcase mode, I made an entire video about it, and you guys share the same sentiments. It is the picture of laziness. It's, oh my god. Like the amount of corners that they cut with the slingshot technology, it would make you go mad. And in that video, someone in the comments, I believe, or I saw it somewhere, somebody said that I know the reason they made WWE 2K Showcase so miserable to play through is that they want to sell the DLC so you can pay and unlock everything instead of playing through the game. And I can see it. I can see it. 16 boring objectives for one match? But rather, I was playing this thing on easy, just so I can just get through the objectives, unlock what I need to unlock, and get out of there. Even then, it was extremely tedious. There were so many cutscenes I had to skip. So many objectives. Some of them were like so confusing to understand. Some of them were flat out written wrong, like wrong. And then I'm supposed to have a compass, so I need to know where north is, southwest is. I should probably know that. That's actually, we should all probably know where north is and, southwest is by heart. But still, like in my, almost called it career again, in My Rise, you say, instead of southeast corner, like bottom right corner. I guess there are different teams for each game mode, which I shouldn't say, I guess. I know for a fact because like my GM has like 10 people working on it, for example. We're talking about WWE 2K and like 10 people are working on an entire mode. Perfect. And then obviously My Rise has different people working for them. My faction, same goes for that. And for universe mode, nobody. Nobody freaking works on that mode. In fact, let's talk about it a little bit more. I actually used to love universe mode, and it was the only reason why I bought the games at one point. Especially when it first came out, you know, SVR 2011, WWE 12, 13. I played them religiously all the way to, I think, WWE 2K18, and I made tons and tons of videos on them. Oh, I remember I did like a universe mode series before I started really producing a lot of content for this channel. And to this day, universe mode is easily what carries this game, right? I've never had more fun than in any other mode than I did in universe mode. Because guess what? In universe mode, you make your own fun. Since the developers won't do it, since nobody else will do it, at least they gave us universe mode so that we can make our own fun. And even now, like all the content I consume pretty much is related to universe mode. Like I love watching, you know, AI versus AI simulated universe mode with, you know, people commentating over them. It's just so much fun. But unlike the older days, I don't play it myself anymore because it's just been the same thing. As a matter of fact, that's wrong. Back in the day, it was better. It worked better. We got more cutscenes. It was a lot less convoluted. It was actually fun to play through. Now, you don't even have the draft. Like, how easy would it be to bring back the draft? Or bring back anything, do anything for universe mode? They've done absolutely nothing. And that's not the worst part. Like I said, I like the formula that they have. I played it for years and years and years. And why did I stop in the last couple of years? Because it's broken. It's legit doesn't work. It just bugs out, crashes. Like, I'm not talking about, in my experience, you might have had a different experience. But every time the new game came out, like 2K22, 23, I tried getting into the universe. And then I do a couple of matches just to test things out. And just like in one match card, right? I do 2 matches. I'm going to go to the third one. It crashes. The game crashes. And it happened to me so many times in 2K22. It happened to me 2K23 as well. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take, you know, hours upon hours upon hours just to start this universe mode for it to crash on me. What's worse, it could, like, my save files can get deleted completely. Will I have to restart that? Like, so I'd rather just not get into it. So that's universe mod gone. Gone, yes. That's my accent gone as well. And then we got my faction. Well, my faction is my faction, so my faction is gone. Goodbye. Like, they had this one cool idea to even get me into the mode. Like, I hate it. I hate microtransactions. You guys know me. But man, those persona cards were interesting. But even those are like gonna be obviously very grindy, kind of like pay to win. So you have to like pay $20 million to maybe get the Seth Rollins persona card. So you could have made it relatively easy. Just complete a couple of matches. Just make sure that people get into my faction, right? Instead of playing it religiously, just introduce it to people. Like, that's the smart way to do it. Now, 2K just went in, oh, like, let's get in there. Okay, that's not gonna work, brother. I completely don't care about 2014 Seth Rollins. I think it's super cool. Don't get me wrong, it is super cool. But I don't care about getting the persona card anymore. Like, my faction, I had a bit of interest. Now that's completely gone. And what else is left? I don't like my GM. Not because I hate the mode or anything like that. It just doesn't fit me, you know? Even when playing a football game like FIFA. I like FIFA. I don't like Football Manager. It's just not my thing. That's the crazy thing is that's like the only mode that they really actually improved this year from everything that I'm hearing. But some people are also saying the exact opposite. They're saying like there are too many negative things. Like it's just too crazy. But at least I could like visibly see that they made a lot of additions and tried to improve the mode. Like that's obvious. Okay, so that was my faction universe. That was my GM. My rise. I played the male storyline. I guess there's nothing else left. There's literally nothing else left. I guess after I play all the new match types too, which I played special ref, gauntlet. I didn't play ambulance and casket, to be honest with you. I'm not interested. I don't think I'm gonna play, and that's it. I think. That's it. There's literally nothing else you can do in the game. And with the way they're handling my faction, which is a mode that's supposed to be online, I don't even know if it's online or not. Like, I made, 500 facts videos for this game, you guys know. And I still don't know if my faction is online or not. They've done a horrible job communicating what my faction is supposed to be. And then even if it's online, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I was just, going down the memory lane, looking at all interviews of Brian Williams talking about like SVR 2011 or something, which came out obviously in 2010. He was still talking about the online servers being crap. And don't worry, we fixed them this year. More than 10 years ago at this point. Like, I'm gonna lose my freaking mind. So yeah, like I can understand people not being interested in this game. What is there to do as a player? And for us content creators, and you look at Brandon Does Everything, Chris Danger, and a lot of beautiful other content creators like Just Brian as well, and Kenny Bomb, like we're supposed to make something, right? Lemonade out of lemon. to be 100% honest with you, and I know this is gonna get some hate, but I gotta say it. This situation feels very similar to AEW Fight Forever's release. Obviously, the scale is a lot larger here. There's more stuff to do in this game. AEW Fight Forever, you played it for like a day and you ran out of content. This game gives you like a good week. But the problem is, this has been a series going over, 20 years. So if you've been playing each game every year like I am, for example, if you're in that same boat with me, you've already played Universe Mode however many times. You've already played My GM 2 times, So I guess the Myrai stories are new, so you get in there and do those. And if you really, really took your time with those, I guess the game could last you a couple of days, maybe a week. And that's pretty much it. And this isn't a new thing, actually. Mr. Pulse, CM Pulse, as I knew him, I've been following him for 20 years. And I mentioned them in the beginning of the video, Chris Danger. I just remember them saying, maybe it was in one of their videos or live streams, like this game comes out and then it lasts about a week. And then all the content is gone. And this year, I felt that more than ever. Maybe it's because I've taken YouTube more seriously this year. But guess what? All the WWE YouTubers, just like how you create your own fun in Universe Mode when you're playing the game, without much help from 2K, we are gonna create our own content, our own fun. And this has been the way it is for probably more than a decade now. But before I get out of here, I think this was important for me to show. Here are all the WWE games out on PC. This is Steam charts, obviously, so the consoles are way bigger in scale, but 2,000 players, all-time peak. Again, 2,000 players for 16, lower than 2,000. We don't want this game servers. Even I don't have this game on PC. Yeah, 2,000 again, 1,000, which is crazy. This might be even wrong. Like I said, all-time, right? This might be wrong, fellas. I'm not sure, but 1,000 for 2K19 on PC is kind of wild to me. And then 933, and this is gonna get interesting. 9,000. Is something wrong? Am I missing something here? But yeah. It's pretty good. 2K has definitely done something here. 2K23, they took a bit of a hit, but this year they came back. I mean, 8,000, this is one of their best years. Second best, as a matter of fact. Maybe, you know what? Then I'm completely stupid and people are just playing the game instead of watching it this year. Who knows? But yeah, just want to share my feelings with you guys. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? I would like to get into a discussion about this down in the comment section with you. That being said, check out more content about WWE 2K24 and just know that even more is on the way. I'm getting out of here.